Prayer. Dear students, kindly close your eyes and join your hands for God's blessings. Loving God, you are the source of all wisdom and knowledge. I submit myself to your divine touch and inspiration. Help me to concentrate on my studies and enable me to remember all that I learn. Bless all the responsibilities of all the leaders, my teachers and parents. Amen.
Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and fine. Today we are going to learn Unit 2 Prose When the Trees Walked, written by Ruskin Bond. First, let's learn about the author. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author. He was born on 19th May 1944. He has won many awards. He has written more than 500 books, short stories, essays and novels. He lives with his adopted family in Lantur in Mussoorie, India. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992, the Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. Now let's learn the prose. The author Ruskin Bond is the narrator of this story. This lesson is about the author's experiences in planting trees with his grandfather when he was a little boy. In this lesson, the author shared his grandfather's love towards trees. Let's learn the summary of this lesson. 3 sections are given. First, let's see section 1. One day morning, the author was sitting beside his grandfather. At that time, he noticed the tendril of a creeping vine was moving slowly after them. Tendril means a long thin part of a climbing plant. Creeping vine means plants having flexible stems that creep along the ground. The tendril was moving slowly towards grandfather. After 20 minutes, it touched grandfather's feet. There is a scientific explanation for the plant's movement. The plant is moving to get light and warmth to grow well. But the author felt that the plant moved across the step because it wanted to be near grandfather. If the author sat alone under the tree, he would feel lonely. But if the grandfather joined with him, he would be happy and the garden became a happy place. His grandfather had served many years in Indian Forest Service, so he knew trees and liked them. After his retirement, he built a bungalow on the outskirts of Dehradun. Outskirts means the part of a town that are far from center. And Dehradun is the capital of Uttarakhand. And he had planted trees around the house. He had planted lime tree, mango tree, orange tree and guava tree. And also he had planted eucalyptus, jacaranda and Persian lilacs. Dehradun is located in Doon Valley and it is a fertile land. Valley means the low land between two mountains or hills which often has a river flowing through it. This Doon Valley is a long valley in the Sivalik Hills. Fertile land means the land which is able to produce a lot of plants or crops. As it's a fertile land, the trees grow tall and strong. Before his grandfather built the house, there were some trees in the compound. One of those trees is an old peepal tree. It had grown vigorously. Vigorous means healthy and strong. Because of its vigorous growth, the branches knocking the bricks of an abandoned outhouse. Abandoned means left without care. Outhouse means a building like shed that built in the ground of house. The author mentioned the people trees are great show off. Show off means a person who tries to impress others by showing them how good he or she is. The author mentioned the people tree or great show off because even when there is no breeze, the leaves of the people tree would rotate like tops and attract our attention. And they invite the people into the shade. Grandmother wanted to cut down the people tree because it's damaging the outhouse. But grandfather denied to cut the tree. He said they could build another outhouse but should not cut the trees. Grandmother preferred to grow flowering plants. She didn't care about trees. She always prepared catalogs. Catalogs means list, and ordered seed to grow plants. Grandfather also helped her to grow flowering plants because he liked watching butterflies. Growing flowers is the only way to attract butterflies. Okay students, now let's move to section 2. Grandfather planted trees not only in their compound but also in the jungle. Jungle is nothing but forest. During rainy season, he walked into the forest beyond the riverbed with saplings and planted them in the forest. Riverbed means the ground over which a river flows. At first, the narrator opposed to plant trees in the forest. He asked no one would come there to see the trees. Then why should they plant trees there? Grandfather replied that they were not planting to improve the view. They were planting trees to provide more food and shelter to the animals and birds who lived in the forest. He continued that men also need trees to keep the desert away. Trees attract rain and they prevent the banks of the river from being washed away. When the river flows, the water would wash away the sand, right? But these trees prevent that. Also, humans need trees for fruit, flowers, leaf and seed, and also for timber. Timber means wood that is prepared for use in building. But men are cutting trees without planting another tree there. The grandfather said that if we don't plant a few trees, one day the world will turn into a great desert. The thought of a world without trees became a nightmare to the author. Nightmare means a frightening dream. So he helped his grandfather in planting trees with interest. While they were planting trees, his grandfather taught a poem written by George Morris. That poem is, "Woodman, spare that tree, touch not a single bough. In youth it sheltered me and I'll protect it now." Let's see the meaning of this poem. The poet asked the woodcutter to leave the tree without cutting it. He ordered him not to touch its single branch. The tree had protected him when he was young, so now he is protecting that tree. One day, his grandfather said that the trees have been standing at one place for thousands of years, but once the trees could walk like people. Then one day a busybody applied a magic over them and fixed them at one place. Busybody means a person who is too interested in other people's life. But still, the trees are trying to move. They reach out with their arms. Here, arms denote branches. Banyan tree managed to get long distance with its aerial root. Aerial root means root above the ground. You can see this in the picture. So, the grandfather hoped trees would move again one day. The author and his grandfather have found an island in a dry riverbed. Island means a piece of land surrounded by water. Riverbed meaning already we have seen the ground over which a river flows. That was a small island which was covered with rock. That riverbed was one of the common riverbeds in the foothills. Foothills means low mountains at the base. In the foothills, the riverbeds are completely dry in summer and flooded during monsoon rains. Monsoon means the season when it rains a lot in the southern Asia. They saw a small mango tree growing on the rocky island. So, grandfather thought if a mango tree could grow there, other trees could grow easily on the island. So, as soon as the rain started, they went to the island and planted number of tamarind, laburnum and coral tree saplings. They spent one day on the island while planting trees there. Okay, now let's move to section 3. The monsoon started. The author said that it was the time for rambling about. Rambling means wandering, which means walking here and there without any purpose. When the monsoon season started, leafless branches has brought life. Plants started growing in the most unlikely of places. Unlikely means not probable or not expected. A peepal tree would started growing in the ceiling. Ceiling means top limit of a house. And a mango tree would begin to grow on the windowsill. Windowsill means a narrow shelf at the bottom of a window. We didn't like to remove the trees from there, but if we did not remove that, the house will be fell down. One day, grandmother got angry over grandfather and she told that if the grandfather wanted to live in a tree, he can go there. But she wanted a roof over her head. She can't accept the jungle brought down the roof. Brought down means to cause something to fall. She afraid that the peepal trees would make the house fall down. Then the Second World War came. During the Second World War, the author was sent away to a boarding school. Boarding school means a school where school children stay and study. During holidays, he had gone to Delhi to live with his father. At the same time, his grandparents had sold the house and went to England. After 2 or 3 years, the author also had gone to England. Some years later, the author returned to India and he went to Dehradun and visited their old house. Then he went to the riverbed. That was February month. The riverbed was dry. He looked around and noticed the trees they had planted in the island had grown well. His eyes were attracted by the red blooms of the coral blossom. The riverbed was dry, but the island was opposite to that. The island was looked like a small green paradise. Paradise means heaven. He went near to the trees. There were some squirrels and a quail and a crow peasant lived in the trees. The author felt that they were questioning him, who is he, with a mellow. Mellow means pleasant soft sound. He says that the birds did not know him, but the trees seemed to know him, because the trees give signal with their branches and ask him to come closer. After that, he noticed some smaller trees, wild plants and grasses had grown beneath the big trees. The trees they had planted in the island had multiplied. The author felt the trees were walking again. Actually, the trees are not walking. They had multiplied and spread over the island. That's what the author mentioned as walking. He said that his grandfather's dream had come true in a small corner of the world. Okay, dear students, we should plant trees. We should not cut down the trees. If we cut a tree for any important purpose, we should plant another tree, or else the world will become a great desert. Okay students, I hope you have understood this lesson. Thank you. Have a nice day. We shall meet in next class.